Okay folks, here is a short video I've made. I've always been interested in the Spitfire and the Hurricane and the Lancaster and in general fighter planes and bombers of the Second World War. This was on the television a short time ago about the finding and bringing back to Britain the remains of a Hurricane that was discovered in India in a dilapidated condition. The DVD is absolutely a fascinating DVD. I can recommend it to anybody. Anyway, after looking through the model press, I discovered that Airfix made a model of this very plane, and here it is. Here is the very plane I've been talking about. Airfix Hawker Hurricane Mark I in 1/48 scale. So I bought the kit and have spent the last few weeks building it. So here now is the model itself, and I'll go through it a bit at a time. First of all, here is a headlong shot. I've made it into a sort of a diorama. I'll fit it with people, with RAF personnel and maybe a fuel bowser and different bits and pieces as time goes on, but this is basically how it looks from the front. Now, there are a few features on this model that I'll describe and go through in greater detail in a minute. Okay, I've now turned the model round and you can see it from the port side. The decals all come with the kit, and the camouflage I've made up as well as best as I can to the configurations of the Peter Vacher's actual real plane. Okay, here now I've turned it around the other side to get another view of it. It turned out to be quite a nice model, reasonably easy to do, didn't take too long really, and I'm quite happy with the results. Now, for those of you who have maybe bought the kit and made it, I'll be interested to hear of how you got on with your model and how it turned out in the end. Okay, here it is again. I'll go over it in more detail in a few minutes. There are a couple of surprises in the model that I don't think have been done before, so I'll tell you what they are just in a few minutes. Here's the camouflage pattern for you all to see. I think it looks not too bad actually. So as I'm saying, I'm slowly turning it around to let you see the complete model. And as I say, there are one or two little details that I don't think have been done before, and which may be of interest to people contemplating making up the same model. Okay, I've now turned it around to a front view again. You'll see why just in a few moments. On the real aeroplane, you had a landing light there and a landing light there. Now, just for interest's sake, I have made these lights work, so I'm going to switch them on for you now. So here are the two lights working. I've turned off the main light above my head so you can actually see the lights working as I have made them. Now, for those of you who are interested, the two lights are made up of tiny little SMD LED lights, little tiny LEDs, I don't know, maybe a millimetre and a half square. I bought these from a very good friend of mine, Gary Griffiths in England, who supplied me with a whole host of LEDs over the years, and these are one of the things that I have tried to show. The lights themselves are pretty bright, as you can see. And there's also one other little detail that I'm going to show you now. Right, back to this again. I've now turned the lights off and you can see the model as it is. Now, also on the real plane, as everybody knows, the red patches on the wings that you see there and there, on the real plane of course in the wartime, when the planes took off, these patches covered the gun ports. When it returned to base, if the fabric was torn, it indicated that the pilot had been using the guns. So I have tried to replicate on my model the actual, well, obviously I can't do the fabric bit and tear up and all the rest of it. What I have done is to try and simulate the guns firing. So I'm going to turn out the light now and I'll let you see it. Okay, what I've done now, I've turned the big light off again, as you can see, and I've tried to simulate using very, very small flashing LED lights coloured red and yellow, and it's supposed to simulate the guns actually firing. It's had, well, it's limited success, but it's just another little detail that I've incorporated into the model. Again, these little LEDs came from Gary Griffiths in England, a terrific friend of mine, and well, that's the effect of my attempt to make the effect of the guns actually firing. Okay, that's the main light. Okay, that's the main light back on again, so you can see the model as I have built it. It's on a bit of grass which is just bought from eBay for a pound or two, and is used in various wargaming dioramas. So, anyway folks, that's my short video of R4118 in model form. So I hope you like it, and maybe it's helped somebody who's thinking of buying it to maybe buy it and try it for yourself. And if you want to make a video of your attempt at the model, I'm sure myself and a lot of other people would be delighted to see it. So that's it for now folks.